Today, on Be Something Wonderful, make your prayer an announcement of your new reality. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. Another big morning. Many sessions yesterday, really booked the whole day with sessions, and there were a lot of questions around, am I imagining or am I daydreaming? Am I just being delusional or am I really creating my own reality? All of this stuff came up, not only in my sessions, but there are also questions on the channel. And Tom, give me logical, practical steps. I'm logical, I'm practical. I want to hit all of this today and more. Here are some of the questions. How do I know I'm imagining versus just daydreaming? Is it my imagination or am I just being delusional? I'm logical, I'm practical, I need practical steps and things I can do every day. And hear this loud and clear. If you want to be practical, if you want to be realistic, if you want logical steps, then you can focus on that 0.00001% of already manifested reality as your only reality. And so when you think of anything outside of that 0.0001%, you call that daydreaming. And when you look at anything, when you feel anything, when you imagine anything outside of that 0.0001% of manifested reality, they call you delusional. It's not about that. Remember, you are reality. Imagination is the only reality. What you assume, what you believe, what you think, what you declare, what you announce is the only reality. There are no facts, there are no truth outside of what you declare, what you see. I really want to hit this. Remember, and then you were saying, I need steps and things I can do every day. There are lots of things you can do every day as a routine. So you can focus in on that 0.0001% of already manifested reality. But if you want to see the larger reality behind it, the larger you, the complete unity of all that you are, then it's not about logic, it's not about reason, it's not about things you can do every day in a routine. It's about going within and seeing, claiming, knowing, feeling, believing in that larger reality of who you are, right? So remember, imagination is the only reality. I am is the only reality. So how do you know? When you say I am, that's the only reality. That's not delusional, right? That's not daydreaming. I am is the only reality. It's the truth of who you are. It's undeniable when you say I am. When you say I am, you exist and will always exist, right? It can't be challenged. Right? What you assume, what you believe, what you declare, what you affirm, what you announce is the only reality. We're going to really unpack this today. Whether it's more money, better health, more love, a specific person, more success, physical changes in your appearance, or simply more freedom and happiness in every area of your life, the key, hear it, the key is already being that person for whom that reality is real, and through whom that reality is being experienced. Do you hear it? Let's hit this again. There's a key word here, and it's already. It's one of the biggest words in reality creation. Not only that, the ancients told us how to do this, right? The key for all of this, to feel that freedom, to feel that peace, to feel that love, to feel that happiness, and to feel that you have everything that you want. Because when you say you want more of something, you already are all of that. It implies that you're not that. And it keeps it separate. You create that separation. The key is already being that person for whom that reality is real, is already real, and through whom that reality is already being experienced. It's not about being practical. It's not about being logical. It's not about being realistic. All of that assumes and implies that you're not first cause. All of that assumes and implies that somehow you're separated from everything you want. And if you're separated from it, then how can you have it? You've got to already be it. right? So let's hit this. There's no word bigger in creating your own reality than already. It's used by all the spiritual greats. And it was set forth and implied in Scripture, which we're going to get to in a few minutes, thousands of years ago. Remember, already is beyond time and space. It defies logic and reason, right? You're already that, this is what Neville Goddard says, you are already, the key word here, already, that which you want to be. And your refusal to believe it is the only reason you don't see it. In other words, it's the only reason you only see that 0.0001% of seen, manifested, logical, realistic, practical reality. Right? We've been taught that the 3D physical manifested world is somehow more valid, more solid, and more real than our imagination, than what we create within. And that somehow that's fantasy or daydreaming or delusional to imagine you're already that person you want to be. Do you hear it? We give more validity, more solidity, more practical, logic, realistic reality to the scene, when that is only less than 1% of who you really are, right? Who you really are is all of it. You are 100% pure positive potential and energy and love and all of reality. There is nothing outside of you. Wow, and somehow that 99.99999% of unseen is unrealistic. Wow, when it's the only reality. Right? Wow. So Dr. Joe Dispenza says this, and I've used this quote in some early videos a few years ago. I want to revisit it because it's powerful. If an atom is 99.99999% energy and 0.00001% physical substance, then I'm actually more nothing than something. Wow. Hear this. That no thing, or that nothing, which means no thing, means the potential to be all things. Do you hear it? You're potentially all things, then nothing, then something. You are in potentially all things, then some things. You get it? I'm actually more nothing than something, and that nothing means everything. It means you're the potential to be all things. That's big. Something means manifested, logical, practical, physical reality. You want those practical steps to see, to really zero in on that 0.0001%. Right? Do you see it? But who do you, this is why Jesus asked that question. But who do you say that I am? Pressing his disciples after he asked them. Right? They're going off on a tangent, talking about all of these either present physical beings or physical beings that passed. John the Baptist, Jeremiah, prophets, all of that. But Jesus says, who do you say I am? In other words, who do you say you are? Because you are that 99.9999% of pure potential. And you're the 0.00001% of physical manifested reality. But you're more potential than nothing, than anything else. You're more potential than something. Do you hear it? You're more no thing than something. You're more potential than anything else, than manifested reality. When you're focused on the scene, something, you feel separated from the other 99.9999% of physical manifested reality. Do you hear it? When you're focused on that scene or that something, you're missing the potential, the infinite potential that you can be and that you already are. Wow. Right? That more than 99.9% of your potential of whom you already are. That's powerful. So, therefore, this is one of the most powerful verses in Scripture. And with the tenses, it really is dramatic here. Therefore I say to you, Jesus saying this, whatever, your I am is saying this, your I am. Jesus represents your I am. It represents that larger reality. It represents the Christ in you. It represents your imagination. Whatever, whatsoever, whatever things, no limitation. You ask and when you pray. And remember, when you ask and pray, it's an announcement. God announces reality and becomes it immediately. So when you ask and pray, when you announce reality, believe that you receive them. Present tense, right? It's a fact. It's a truth. You receive them. This is the present tense. Believe that you receive them already is implied here. Do you hear it? That's implied. Believe that you receive them, meaning already receive them. You will have them. It's a truth. It's a conviction. It's a law. The prayer is an announcement of I am. It's an announcement of isness. It's an announcement of reality, because there's only isness. There's only the absolute of reality. It's an announcement of that truth within you, right? Asking and praying is being that identity or version of yourself for whom that reality is already real. Hear it again. Asking and praying, as they say in Mark 11:24, is being that identity already, that version of yourself for whom that reality is already real. It's very clear here, right? It's not about real versus unreal, realistic versus daydreaming, truthful versus delusional. It's none of that, right? It's all reality and it's all real. Wow. Do you see it? It's not about any of that. It's really about what's manifested potential versus what's unmanifested potential. It has nothing to do with being logical, reasonable, and practical. If you want to do that, you can stay in that 0.0001% and steer at that physical manifested reality. It's going beyond that. Manifested potential is that 0.0001% of seen physical reality versus the unmanifested potential of 99.999% of unseen non-physical reality. That's the only distinction we might make, but all of it is reality. Whether you're seeing that less than 1% or whether you're imagining that more than 99.9%, all of it is reality. All of it's ultimate reality. All of it is you. All of it is awareness. All of it is consciousness. All of it is pure potential. You're more potential than anything, right? You're that I am. Therefore, on whatever or whomever you place your focus and attention, in other words, your awareness, is your reality. It's an announcement. Your attention and focus is an announcement of reality. Right? There are no facts. There are no things. There's no truth outside of your awareness of it. It's all you. Make your prayer an announcement of your new reality, because it is. It's an announcement of your awareness. It's an announcement of your attention. It's an announcement of who you already are within, that you've already created. That's big. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for subscribing and liking and sharing and commenting on the videos. We have a Facebook page, the Be Something Wonderful Ambassadors, at facebook.com/group/Be Something Wonderful. We have an Instagram and Twitter account or page at Tom Kearin. We also on Facebook have an organization page at Be Something Wonderful. You can visit that. And just really, if you want any of that information, you can go to our website anytime for more information on that, on the coaching, and everything else that you have questions on. Just go there and that's at tomkearin.com or besomethingwonderful.com. Creators, we're great love, we're great light, and infinite gratitude. This is Tom with Be Something Wonderful. We'll see you soon.